Most people think of stem cells as something that only exists in research labs or expensive medical clinics. They imagine injections, complicated procedures, and high-tech treatments. But the truth is, we all have stem cells in our bodies right now. Even in our 60s, 70s, and beyond, our bodies still produce stem cells naturally, just not as much as they used to. Welcome back to the Shigeaki Podcast, where ancient wisdom meets modern science, all for your health after 60. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman, ANH, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara. Together we bring you simple, powerful ways to heal. Naturally, no gimmicks, no hype, just real tools that work.
That's very true. Stem cells are the body's repair system. When you're young, they're working behind the scenes all the time, fixing tissues, healing damage, replacing old cells. But as we get older, that process slows down. The number of stem cells we produce drops, and their quality declines too. That's one reason why injuries take longer to heal, or why we feel slower inside, not just physically, but mentally as well.
And here's the exciting part. There are natural ways to support your body's ability to make stem cells without needing injections or surgery. Certain foods, drinks, and even timing of meals can help your body tap into this hidden power again. That means more repair, better recovery, and even support for fat metabolism. This isn't science fiction. It's something you can start using today.
In Japan, we've long believed in the idea that the body can heal itself if we stop getting in the way. That includes giving it the right environment, the right nourishment, and the right rhythm. Stem cells are part of that natural wisdom. They don't need to be bought, they need to be supported. And what we've found is that even something as simple as a warm drink in the morning can gently wake them up.
Exactly. There's a specific drink we're going to talk about in this episode made from just a few ingredients that has been shown to support stem cell production and also help burn fat naturally. I've seen patients in their 60s and 70s feel more energetic, lose stubborn weight, and recover faster just by adding this drink into their routine.
And it's not just about weight or energy. Supporting your stem cells can also help your joints feel better, help your skin recover, and even support your memory. These small shifts matter more as we age. The key is doing the simple things right and doing them every day.
So in today's episode, we'll explain how this works, what's in the drink, and how to use it at the right time for the biggest benefit. If you've ever felt like your body just doesn't bounce back the way it used to, you'll want to hear this. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. One small habit can change a life, and it might start with this episode. Let's talk a bit deeper about what stem cells actually do. Most people have heard the term, but few really understand how important they are for healthy aging. Think of stem cells like repair workers inside your body. When something breaks down, whether it's a muscle fiber, part of your skin, or even blood vessel stem cells rush in to help rebuild that tissue. They're like the body's built-in regeneration system.
Yes, and what makes them so special is that they can turn into almost any type of cell the body needs. If your liver is damaged, stem cells can become liver cells. If your joints are inflamed, they can help form new cartilage. In younger people, this process is very active. But after 60, the number of active stem cells drops significantly, which means our ability to repair naturally gets slower.
That's why older adults often feel like their bodies don't bounce back the way they used to. It's not just age, it's that the repair crew is smaller and less efficient. But here's the good news, there are ways to reactivate that crew. Certain habits, especially the right foods and drinks, can tell the body, hey, it's time to start rebuilding again. And that includes supporting stem cell growth.
In Japanese medicine, we've observed this without calling it stem cell activation. We noticed that patients who followed a simpler, more plant-based diet with fermented drinks, herbal teas, and longer gaps between meals often healed faster. They had less inflammation, better circulation, and more energy in the mornings. Now, modern science helps explain why their stem cells were likely more active.
And beyond healing, stem cells may even help with fat metabolism. This part surprises a lot of people. When you activate certain types of stem cells, they can help turn white fat, the kind that stores around the belly, and organs into brown fat, which burns energy to generate heat. That process is called thermogenesis, and it's one reason why some people burn calories more efficiently than others.
That explains why some of my older patients, after making small changes in their routine, started losing stubborn fat even without doing hard exercise. Their bodies were working more efficiently, not because they pushed harder, but because they supported natural repair. That includes drinking the right things at the right time to gently wake the system up.
And it's not just about drinking more water or cutting calories. Certain compounds found in natural ingredients like polyphenols, catechins, and gingerols have been shown in research to stimulate stem cell activity. These compounds are found in things like green tea, ginger, and cinnamon. That's why the drink we'll share next includes all three.
I've always believed that the simpler the intervention, the more likely people will stick with it. This drink doesn't require supplements or pills. Just a few ingredients combined with intention can send a signal to the body: repair, renew, restore.
And when that message gets through, the results can be powerful: better healing, clearer thinking, and even more balanced metabolism. In the next part, we'll show you exactly what's in the drink, how it works, and how to make it part of your daily life without stress. All right, so let's finally talk about the drink itself, the one that's been shown to support stem cell regeneration and fat metabolism in a natural, gentle way. The recipe is simple, and you probably already have the ingredients at home: green tea, fresh lemon, ginger, and a pinch of cinnamon. It may sound like just another herbal drink, but when combined, these four ingredients create something far more powerful than people realize.
In Japan, we've been drinking green tea daily for generations. It's more than just a cultural tradition, it's part of our health care. Green tea contains a compound called EGCG, which has been linked to increased stem cell activity, improved brain function, and lower inflammation. But green tea alone doesn't do everything. When we add lemon, ginger, and cinnamon, the effects go beyond hydration. We're feeding the body the exact molecules it needs to rebuild.
Exactly. Let's break it down. First, the green tea, like you said, it's rich in EGCG, which is a type of polyphenol. Polyphenols don't just act as antioxidants, they actually send signals to the body to repair and regenerate. Then there's ginger, which contains gingerol, a compound that supports digestion, reduces inflammation, and may even increase thermogenesis, the process of burning calories through body heat.
Lemon adds more than just flavor. It's high in vitamin C, which is essential for collagen production and helps protect newly formed stem cells from oxidative stress. A squeeze of fresh lemon also makes the drink more alkaline forming, which supports a healthy internal environment. I always tell my patients, don't underestimate something as simple as lemon in warm tea. It changes how the whole drink works.
And then we have cinnamon. Just a small pinch can help stabilize blood sugar, which is crucial if you're trying to lose weight or manage insulin resistance. Cinnamon also contains cinnamaldehyde, a compound that's been shown to trigger fat cells to start burning energy. So, when you put these together, the EGCG from tea, the vitamin C from lemon, the gingerol, and the cinnamon, you're getting something far more than a cup of tea. You're getting a daily stem cell activator.
I often recommend this drink to patients who say they feel stuck, low energy, stubborn belly fat, slow recovery after activity. I ask them to try this drink once a day in the morning or mid-afternoon. After 2 to 3 weeks, many tell me their digestion is lighter, their thinking is clearer, and the aches in their joints feel more manageable.
It's also incredibly easy to prepare. Here's the basic recipe brew: 1 cup of green tea, preferably not too strong. Add a few thin slices of fresh ginger while it's still hot, a squeeze of lemon juice, about a teaspoon, and a small pinch of cinnamon. Stir it well, let it steep for a minute or two, and sip it slowly while it's warm.
If you like, you can make a larger batch in the morning and sip it throughout the day. Just don't add sugar or sweeteners that will cancel out many of the benefits. If someone wants a touch of sweetness, a small drop of raw honey is acceptable, but only after the tea cools slightly so it doesn't destroy the enzymes.
Coming up next, we'll talk about when to drink this blend to get the biggest benefit. Because timing, especially for those over 60, plays a bigger role than most people realize. And once you learn how to time it right, this simple drink becomes a powerful daily habit that supports your stem cells, your metabolism, and your long-term health without needing a single pill. Now that we've shared what goes into the drink, let's talk about timing, because when you drink, it can be just as important as what's in it. A lot of people think, I'll just sip it whenever, but the body has rhythms. And if we work with those rhythms, the effects can be much stronger, especially after 60 when our metabolism and repair systems need more direction.
That's so true. In Japanese practice, we often consider timing as part of treatment. The same tea can have a different effect depending on when it's consumed. For this stem cell boosting drink, I recommend drinking it either first thing in the morning on an empty stomach or between meals, especially mid-afternoon when energy tends to dip. That's when the body is more receptive and digestion is calm.
Exactly. Drinking it first thing in the morning helps gently wake up the system. You're hydrating after sleep, calming inflammation, and giving the body antioxidant support before introducing heavy food. And when taken mid-afternoon, say around 2 or 3 p.m., it helps you avoid that crash so many people feel where they reach for sugar or caffeine. Instead, you're giving your body something that clears rather than clutters.
There's another benefit to drinking it away from meals: better absorption. Polyphenols like EGCG and gingerol are more bioavailable when there's no heavy food sitting in the stomach. That's why I usually ask patients to give their digestion a little rest, at least an hour or so after eating before drinking this tea. It lets the ingredients go to work more efficiently.
If someone is doing intermittent fasting, which many older adults now use to support weight control or insulin sensitivity, this tea fits in beautifully. It won't break the fast, and in fact, it enhances the benefits by encouraging fat burn and keeping inflammation low. Some of my patients even say it makes fasting easier because it keeps their appetite stable and gives them mental clarity.
And for those who prefer to drink it warm in the evening, that can also be helpful, but with a small note of caution. Green tea contains some natural caffeine, so if you're sensitive to it or prone to insomnia, you may want to switch to decaffeinated green tea after 4 p.m. The other ingredients still offer benefits even without the caffeine.
One more tip I give my patients is to treat this tea like a ritual, not just a health trick. Don't chug it while checking emails or rushing out the door. Sit with it, sip it slowly. Let your body absorb it with calmness. That moment of mindfulness, even just 5 minutes, can help lower cortisol and boost the effects even more.
I couldn't agree more. Healing doesn't just come from what we consume, it comes from how we consume it. When you give your body the right signals at the right time, it listens. This tea is simple, but if you drink it regularly with awareness, it becomes a form of medicine. No prescription needed.
In the next part, we'll talk about the mistakes many people make that can cancel out the benefits of this drink. It's easy to get excited and then unknowingly do things that work against it. But once you know what to avoid, you'll get the full value from every cup. Now that we've covered when and how to use the tea, I think it's important we talk about the common mistakes because even a healthy habit can fall short if it's done the wrong way. I've seen patients who get excited, try the drink for a few days, and then say, "It didn't work for me." But often they were unknowingly canceling out its effects.
That happens more than people think. One of the most common mistakes I see is drinking this tea cold, straight from the fridge. Some people brew a big batch and store it, which is fine, but if you drink it ice cold, it weakens digestion, especially in older adults. In traditional Japanese medicine, we believe warm liquids support circulation and energy flow. So I always recommend gently reheating the tea or drinking it freshly made and warm.
That's a great point. Another mistake I see often is people adding sugar or honey right away, especially when the tea is still hot. The moment you add sweetness, especially processed sugar, you're adding inflammation back in. Even raw honey should be used sparingly, and only after the tea cools a bit. Otherwise, you're damaging the enzymes in the honey and missing the point of drinking something anti-inflammatory.
And some people try to boost the drink by adding too much of everything. A full tablespoon of cinnamon extra ginger, or too many lemon slices, and suddenly the flavor is overwhelming or irritating to the stomach. I always say, gentle is better. With older bodies, it's not about intensity. It's about consistency and balance. One slice of ginger is enough. A pinch of cinnamon, not a spoonful.
Another common issue is people thinking 1 or 2 cups is enough to see a big change. They try it for 3 days, then stop because nothing dramatic happened. But stem cell support doesn't work like a painkiller. It's not immediate. It's more like planting a seed. You water it daily, and only after a while do you notice something growing more: energy, less stiffness, better digestion.
Yes, I always remind my patients the body speaks slowly, especially as it gets older. We must learn to listen over weeks, not minutes. 1 cup of this tea won't change your life, but 1 cup every day for 3 weeks. That's when the body starts to shift. That's when people come back and say, I didn't even notice, but now I sleep better. My hands feel lighter.
And let's not forget the mistake of ignoring the rest of the diet. You can't expect 1 good habit to outweigh 5 harmful ones. If you're still drinking soda, eating processed foods, and not sleeping well, this tea can't undo all of that. But if you make small changes alongside it, the results multiply. It becomes part of a whole lifestyle, not just a quick fix.
Exactly. Think of this tea as an anchor, something steady, something gentle. It reminds your body what healing feels like, but it needs your cooperation, a little patience, a little discipline, and a little trust in your body's wisdom.
If there's one thing we hope you take away from this episode, it's that real healing doesn't always come in the form of something expensive or complicated. Sometimes it's a simple warm drink, made with care, taken at the right time, that quietly changes how your body feels day by day. Supporting your stem cells doesn't require medical procedures. It requires small daily choices that add up over time.
Many people believe that after 60, the body can no longer change or recover. But I've seen the opposite. I've seen people in their 70s, 80s, even their 90s, who regained energy, lost stiffness, and improved sleep simply by changing one habit and staying with it. The body may slow down, but it never stops listening. The more gently you guide it, the more it responds.
This drink we've talked about, green tea, ginger, lemon, cinnamon, it's not a cure-all, but it's a strong beginning. It helps the body calm inflammation, wake up repair systems, and gently burn fat without stressing your organs. And most importantly, it helps you build a new rhythm, one where your body feels supported, not forced.
You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Healing doesn't ask for speed. It asks for presence. A warm cup in the morning, a few minutes of quiet, a small choice made over and over. These are the things that change us as we grow older. I always tell my patients, don't give up just because one seed didn't do it all. Let it go in the right direction, and it will take you there.
Thank you for joining us today. As always, take what speaks to you. Try it for yourself, and listen to how your body responds. The real answers are often found in the quiet moments in between the noise. And remember, your body still wants to heal. Sometimes all it needs is a little reminder, and a warm cup to begin. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell to receive the latest videos from Shigeaki Podcast.